Most of the goals that you're gonna be excited about, like really deeply excited about, are gonna be soul goals. You always want to focus on your strengths. I felt that there's an actual place in the market for me to crush them, kind of document my way through things. Good morning, this is Catalin, and today I want to share with you my experience with goal setting, visualization, affirmations, and all these cool things. So let's get going. Here's the thing: in the past 12 to 13 months, when I've been really focusing on growing the agency, increase media, and I actually really digging deep into just going after my goals and my dreams and the stuff that I really wanted to do, and I just got around doing it. So in this process that I've been doing in the last year or so, really hardcore in the last year or so. I've been doing this for a long time, but really hardcore in the last year. I've discovered some things, and I really believe that they will be of help to anyone that just wants to get anything and become anything better out of life. And yeah, there's just so many things that happened during this year that I would not be able to account to anything else than this thing only. So here's how this works. I was a strong believer in point A to point B, this gets to that and this gets to that, which is fine, the science approach and the logical approach to anything, I'm really all about that, and that's really good. At the same time, I have this part of me, so this is the logical part, that's just going in the logical sense, 1 + 1 = 2 and all these things. And I have my other side of me that's always looking to defy any logical and common sense and all those things and just go full speed at whatever it is I want, even though it doesn't make sense. So here's how I did that. First off, last year I decided that we're gonna build one of the best agencies, first off in Romania, second off in Europe, and third off in the world. And we're gonna at the time I saw nothing that would allow us to just do that. Right now, I actually really see it, right? And it's actually pretty there, and it's close enough, and it's within reach. So I know we're gonna get there, just a matter of time. So that's that. Then the second thing I did, just related to this as well, is I just gave a lot of trust and belief into the fact that if I see something in my mind, and if I see something happening, like our agency getting to a level, my life getting to a level, a project getting to this level, finding whatever I want to find, and whatever it is, if I see it, I just have the trust that it is possible to do. And I just go up and just start doing it. And funny enough, things happen. It's really crazy. So here's how this works. Every single time I want to do something, I start off with something really big, okay? And this is all the people in this space say 10x your goals and see it big and all these things, and that's true. That's totally true, because if you look at yourself, let me go really deep and metaphysical on you. If you look at yourself, you first off have a mind, then you have a soul, then you have a body, right? So that's kind of the three parts that everybody agrees on, even science. So when you actually do something that it's big, it's mostly because it's not a mind goal, it's a soul goal. So here's what that means. A soul goal would be something like become the best musician in the world, right? Or be able to travel all around the world and then share your stories in a book. That's a big goal that you want. It's desire for that in order to do that. But at the same time, your mind will tell you no, because it sees no logical approach to that happening. So most of the goals that you're gonna be excited about, really deeply excited about, are gonna be soul goals. So that's why I like to call them soul goals. And that's what I do. I don't go after okay, we've made 30,000 this month, we're gonna make 60,000 next month. No, I don't go that. We're gonna go like, we're gonna make 1 million next month. Where we're gonna make 10 million by the end of the year or whatever it is. So I just go by what I really want, not after what I think I should want. So that's first off. Then what I do is I visualize that really clearly. And again, this is something that I think it's extremely powerful, and you will probably not like it the first time you do it. So here's how this works. First time I wrote my goal on a piece of paper and I went out and I tried to read it. Here's what happened. When I was reading it, my mind will just keep telling me like, oh, that's bullshit, that's never gonna happen, and blah, 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 blah. And that was true, like logically, common sense, it was true. But by me insisting on that and actually reading it again, starting to see it, then my mind was kind of like, okay, maybe you can do it. And by taking action upon it, you will actually see yourself closer and closer and closer to that of which you want to get. So I think that's pretty powerful, and you need to have this understanding that when you're going to go after that something that you want, you need to have a certain level of belief, and you need to just keep visualizing it, keep rereading it until you essentially kind of make yourself confident that you can get it. Okay, and that takes time. So that's the second thing I did. Then the third thing I did was just taking action and really implying and really putting in the work, which felt a lot easier because what I feel, and again, like this is a pretty deep video, but I feel like I need to do it because it's just what I feel has happened to my life, to the people around me in the last 12 to 14 months, 12, 14, 16, 25, 24. So the next thing is, here's what happens. Here's the beauty about it. We as humans, we are not likely to do something if we do not see that that action is gonna get the result we want. For example, so this is called positive projections. So here's why people, my opinion, go into depression. When they realize that their work is not satisfying to them, it's not gonna get them to where they want, their relationships is not gonna get them where they want. When they realize that their actions, that their future projections are not positive, they go into depression. It's not the present that makes them unhappy and depressed, it's the future projection that's not there. Because you can have millionaires, you can have billionaires, you can have all these kinds of people that are depressed and sad and unhappy when the thing that makes them unhappy is not the fact that their present is bad, is that their future projection is bad. So bear with me. So this happens exactly the same in anything. If you're gonna go and you wanna jump this big gap, you wanna jump like 5 meters or something, I don't know feet, sorry. But you wanna jump, let's just say you wanna jump 5 meters. And you know it's not really possible. You do not see yourself, you don't project a positive image of that happening. Here's what's gonna happen, logically. When you don't project a positive image of something happening, you're a lot more likely to not put in the work, to not put in the effort, to not try to do it as much as you can. So what happens when you don't do those? You're not gonna make it. So it's a downgoing spiral. When you don't have a positive projection of something that you want to do or something that you want to be of your life or whatever it is, you're not going to put in the work, you're not going to put in the effort or the time, and as a result, you're not going to get the result you want. So it kind of makes sense. It's a paradox. So when you visualize yourself as already having the result you want, even if it's completely irrational, I don't give a shit. If it's completely irrational, what that's going to do, it's gonna give you a positive projection of the future if you repeat it enough. And when you have a positive projection of the future, here's what you do. You're gonna work more, you're gonna put yourself out there more, you're gonna put more effort in, you're gonna talk to more people, you're not gonna give up, right? For example, let me give you the simplest example. When you do a cold call, when I do a cold call, here's what I think. I believe when I'm gonna call this person, I honestly deeply believe that they need my services and I can really help them with their business. If I'm cold calling like from CEO for like famous company, I have that belief, and I really do have that because I know that my services are a lot better than anything else on the market. We provide extremely valuable services. So when I'm gonna call that person, it's like, okay, hey Mr. X. My name is Catalin, I'm from Increase Media, and I really want to talk to you about some things I've noticed on your website, whatever it is, and like some stuff we can do on marketing, on the marketing side of things. And he's like, no, we're not interested. Here's what I do. Because I have a positive projection, because I know that what I'm doing is gonna help him, is of value to him, I'm not gonna be like, okay, bye. No, I'm not gonna do that because I have a positive projection. So I'm more likely to put in the work, put in the effort, put in the time. So here's what I do. I'd be like, yeah, I understand that, sir, but here's how I see things. Here's how where we can add value, right? And I can go on like a 5-minute rant on like how we can help him out, like no strings attached and all that stuff. And he'll be like, no, right? Then in that case, I will be just like, okay, sir, really thank you for your time, and I really appreciate if we can have a meeting or something. So I just like keep pushing it, and not from a point of trying to take something from him, but because I know that what I'm offering is deeply ingrained into me and it's a good value. I know I can push, and it's gonna be of help to him, and he's gonna thank me afterwards. So, really powerful stuff for me. I'm trying to explain it as much as I can. In the progress of these videos, in the process of them, I really love the fact that these videos make me kind of able to structure and like go to the root cause of things a lot better. So this is kind of my best explanation of it, but here's what you do. If you want to accomplish big goals, first off, really dial down and align yourself with your soul goals, with the things that you know you want, but you don't really believe you can get them. Align yourself with those, read them, write them on a piece of paper and read them every single day. And when you read them, after you do that, visualize them already have happening, because that will implant a positive projection upon your goals that you can use later on to leverage off of that, and you're gonna get the results you want, or you're gonna get closer to it, okay? So, that's kind of my rant. Just another quick example. I noticed myself sometime with the positive projection thing. So I notice myself sometimes when I get into certain situations, like let's just say I enter a new group of people, like there's 15 people there and I want to go introduce myself and like actually talk to them. If I have a negative projection of them not actually wanting to talk to me and all that stuff, which kind of like I've kind of eradicated, but bear with me, if I have that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up to them and I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna make it clear like, hey guys, this is Catalin, I really wanted to introduce myself, how are you guys? That can only be done if you have a positive projection. If you know that what you are, what you're offering, it's of value, and you know they're gonna say yes because there's no other reason to say no. If you have a negative projection, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go there and you're gonna half-ass it. You're gonna be like, hey guys, how are you? Like, I'm worthy. You're not gonna put yourself out there, you're not gonna stand out, you're not gonna see yourself as a cool person, as a guy they want to talk to, right? Now, why does that happen is because of a positive or a negative projection of your future actions. So, really deep stuff for me. I hope it makes sense for you guys as well. Again, this is a Sunday morning video. Really love these Sunday mornings. Nobody's bothering me. It's extremely interesting. And again, thank you so much for watching all the vlogs till now. I really highly appreciate it. I'm starting to really get the gist of them and actually making them better and better every single time. So keep the feedback coming. When you see something that you like, when you see something that you don't, just leave it in the comments, or when you have any questions, I'm gonna do some Q&As from time to time. So yeah, that's about it. So thank you again so much for watching, and see you tomorrow. I do something really well, and because I do that thing really well and it's monetizable, I can then go and pay other people to do their thing really well. And that's how the world should work. Right? Right?